In the Philippines, we have lots of beggars. You see them everywhere, most particularly in the church. All beggars rely on the merciful hearts of passers-by who are moved to give alms. One of the good things that happened this lockdown is that you'll not see any beggars and homeless people in the streets these days. The government institutions and church organizations make sure that these people have a shelter to live and food to eat. For how long? I don't know, but hopefully this will last. Ever since I was small, I witnessed how my mother generously gives to people who are in need. Wherever she goes, she has to make sure that she will always bring extra money to give to people who will eventually approach her later on. This is one of the lessons that she keeps reminding us five brothers with, to be generous and giving towards others, regardless if we know them or not. In my own parish church in the Philippines, there is one particular beggar who patiently waits for his one particular regular alms giver, my mom. Each week, the beggar stands at his post where his charitable donor passes by and spares him some money. Mom, one day, after we attended the Mass, was confronted by one of my brothers. "Why do you give alms every week to that beggar?" My brother asked. "You are only tolerating his laziness." Mom just replied, "Yes, at times I also feel guilty that I may be doing an injustice to the beggar. But I always suppose that what I give might turn out to be his last recourse for a decent meal. I would be more guilty if I don't give." Those words touched me and moved me a lot, and from time to time, I have to remind myself and try to remember and apply it in my life as a priest. In life, the practice of charity is not limited to almsgiving. It is basically sharing whatever we have to those who are in need. It can be a piece of advice to one who is confused, lending a helping hand to one who's carrying a heavy load, uttering a word perhaps of gratitude or even appreciation to one who has given the best efforts, being there for someone who had just lost a loved one in this recent lockdown of coronavirus, communicating to someone who feels alone and isolated through social media. A good deed done for faceless people through the Eucharistic bread. My dear brothers and sisters, Christians become God's bread for others when they break and share themselves in simple and ordinary ways for the good of others. We become God's bread for others when we try to break and share ourselves in simple and ordinary ways for the sake of others. Easter is a season of white martyrdom, the martyrdom through good deeds as a manifestation that the risen Lord is alive not only in the celebration of the liturgies, not only in the celebration of the Eucharist, but much more in the lives of those who follow Him.